Here's the thing, I get notes all the time about people wanting to start a business and specifically a coffee business. And I'm always like, hey, look, I know a guy named Dane, a guy named Bryce. They run Noble Joe's Coffee. They know a lot about what makes coffee work in a town that's like Austin. It's already got a lot of coffee. Let me go talk to these dudes first before y'all go ahead and do something you don't mean to do, which is like go out of business. So we're gonna go hang out here with them today, gonna go look around their spot that they have, one of their locations. I'm gonna drink a ton of coffee. And more importantly, we're gonna hopefully get the inside secrets of what makes their business so special. What's your name?
This is Eleanor, AKA Ella. She's
Hi.
our head of marketing, and we'd be nowhere without her.
Do you earn your keep or what?
Oh, for sure. She also runs security. Be a nice girl, okay? Be a nice girl, okay?
She's like, I can't do my job if you just govern what I'm doing. When y'all first laid this thing out, did it look like this from day one? Was the layout like this? Because it feels very inviting.
Yeah, so we had the original truck that was a coffee truck. So that kind of worked out well, but we still had to make a bunch of modifications to it.
Yeah.
Once I found this, it was already the perfect shell of what I was looking for exactly, because it's hard to replicate the truck. The idea with this is like we could very easily replicate the tiny home and make it a lot bigger. So we could go as big as we want and keep the same look.
But where's Bryce? Did he leave? Is Bryce gone?
Oh no, he's always here.
What's the thing that you'd tell, like for somebody out there right now thinking about getting into coffee, what's something that you'd go, hey, make sure these things are top of mind? Because I think for a lot of folks, they believe if I build it, people will come.
Yeah.
And that obviously isn't true.
Yeah, well, number one, I think there's a lot of kind of hype on the internet about like, oh man, generate passive income. You can do this, and you're gonna have, you know, 6 figures monthly or annually. And I just really want to like kind of let people know, like, don't come into a venture like this or just any kind of business venture thinking that it'll be some sort of, part-time or not gonna be something you'll be fully engaging with. Because even if you were to go that approach, at the end of the day, the culture you create and that you start as a leader is gonna be felt, on every level at your company. That's the thing I see a lot. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I can get this thing, rolling with revenue. It's like, you can, but don't come in thinking that like you're not gonna be the one that's gonna do it.
For folks that are kind of new to the food beverage service out of a trailer, what are the key things that have to be right on this thing for it to make sense? So obviously I'm just like even little things like 2 windows instead of 1. Like,
yeah.
Can you kind of talk me through that?
I was helping somebody else that was starting a coffee. He was starting a truck.
Yeah.
And the advice I gave to him was, if it doesn't make a difference and move the needle with the customer, with their experience, it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Okay.
You could be like, oh, I need the sink 6 inches over this way. It's like, that's not going to really make a difference with the customers.
The dog thing here is a big, in addition to y'all helping with microloans overseas and stuff like that with folks,
yeah,
dogs are also a core part of y'all's culture.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell me about some of the places y'all have helped.
We partner with the local dog rescue ATX dogs, rad. And so what's nice, we're doing a drink here soon because we're launching a protein coffee. We're gonna do like the first week for the protein coffee sales, all go to the dog rescue. So that's cool because it's like all new business that can help give them some funding. Every single product we sell, 90% of them, are all from local Austin businesses.
Highlighting the other local businesses, why is that, or just great independent businesses, why is that important to you?
So I think working with all small businesses, they really appreciate having a partnership and where we're kind of co-marketing, everything like that. But having, started different small businesses, it's like one of those things where it really is super helpful to be able to work with other folks that are also small businesses. So that's why we really like to, be somebody in the community that people can hopefully grow through.
There's an old saying that you should never get into business with your friends. And that's kind of a myth I discovered. Take Dane and Bryce. Thing is, they might be good buddies, but they also complement each other. So it's don't get into business with the wrong friend.
We do complement each other really well, but at the end of the day, you have to figure out what does that actually look like day to day. For example, like taxes. Like Dane does not enjoy doing taxes. I love stuff like that, which is kind of weird. It's a little weird.
Breed, man.
Yeah. But I just love digging into kind of the going down 8 different rabbit holes and like getting to a problem. I don't know. I enjoy that because I feel like that's a way I can kind of really create value right here, right? Dane's doing a lot of the operations. He's making sure that like all the inventory is up to date, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, this is a way I can take something off his plate while he's dealing with all the day-to-day. So.
And it's like a meaningful thing. It's not like I always call it like the third guy on the mattress going up the stairs, like not helpful, but he's acting like he's. This is actually like real things that you kind of talk about putting your gifts in the right places.
Yeah.
Your people are always happy, man.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? I mean, do you just find the happiest people in the world? Obviously, they like enjoying it. You didn't know this the other day. I came for a coffee. They're not only happy, but they're like, you ought to come in, like showing us their house.
That's cool. That's cool.
So like, how do you get them to be that way?
We do a 30, 60, 90-day trial as well for people. And like, ultimately, if they don't fit with what we're hiring for and what we're trying to provide, that's okay. It's not a flaw against their character or anything. It's really more so just that we want to create an experience to where you don't feel like you're burning your candle, having to provide a good experience to people and being welcoming and friendly and I guess extroverted.
So can we see a little bit about what happens with magic inside?
For sure.
Hi. Do you mind if we chat with y'all for 5 seconds? Yes. Tell me a little bit about, like, this vibe is actually nice. I think most of the time I think, oh, really nice on the outside.
Yeah.
Questionable what it looks like on the inside. It's a really good spot.
Yes, very efficient. Like, we've utilized a very small space, and so everything has a purpose, and it's super easy and like a fun work environment. We all love it.
On a busy day, like how many
Yes.
can two of y'all just keep up? Like what's a busy hour?
So I would say like a busy hour is probably like Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Both of our weekend days get slammed. We have 3 people typically. And like mid-morning, we have like someone on register, we have someone pulling shots and icing drinks, and then someone like making the drinks with syrup. So everyone has like their own role, and it's just like a well-oiled machine. We all work really well together.
Yeah. What's the most popular drink you get?
The most popular drink is the toasted vanilla oat for sure.
Toasted vanilla oat?
Yes.
That's like one that is that the one of your customers kind of help hack together?
Yeah, it blew up on TikTok last fall, and so it has toasted marshmallow, vanilla, and oat milk. It's so good. I've been a barista for 4 years. I'll start with that. And I would say this has been like the most seamless barista job I've had. I feel like because everything has a place, and like Dane and Bryce are so organized. They do an incredible job running this place. And so everything is like super efficient, super easy. I wouldn't say it's like crazy at all. Like everything's pretty much set and ready to go whenever we get here. And we try to like make sure all of the employees cater to that as well. And so we're all kind of like helping each other out in that department.
I love coming out here. Y'all didn't know this, but I sneak in here quite a bit at both locations. I don't know, man. Just like any parting words. Like if I was going to go start a coffee shop, I already asked kind of Bryce this question, but I'm kind of curious what you think, Dane. And then Bryce, I got something for you. Like, any words of wisdom and words of caution at the same time before getting into this biz?
I think that your really like heart and intention has to be in the right place. There's a lot of other things you could do to make more money if that's your intention.
Yeah.
Our intention was really to, be a light in the community and provide a place where you get to know your neighbors and you get to support local businesses in a really easy way.
I can also tell you really enjoy working with a good friend of yours. Yeah. Would you trade that for the world?
No, and I think the thing is like, I wouldn't go into business with just any friend too, right? I talk about this with people. I'm like, well, there's a select few who I would do it for or do it with, and Dane's one of them. And I think it kind of just goes back to, we talk about, we had this shared mission and values of when we wanted to start Noble Joe. We wanted to give back to the community. We love coffee. And that's just like, I think that was just a natural outflow of all the shared values that we had, and so if you're not aligned on that, or you kind of feel like when you bring up things that are important to you for the business and your, potential buddy, potential business partner doesn't highlight that or doesn't kind of echo that, then you're like, okay, well, maybe they don't prioritize this or think this is important. You got to start with the same foundation, right? And I think not only from a business sense, but from a value sense. And that's just made it so much more smooth for us as we've gone on and built this business.
There's a mentor of mine, and he's had a coffee shop. They've done really well. And one of the things he said is Noble Joe's 4 years old and requires the attention of a 4-year-old. Like when it's in its infinitesimal stages, it needs you there every single day. And then, you might go to daycare, and then eventually like middle school, and you've hopefully built this foundation where you can kind of buy some time. But there's really critical points where the founders need to pour that heart and soul in. And I think if it's done right, you will kind of, that legacy and how you would treat people and the decisions you would make carry on through your team.
Yeah.
You know.
Love that, man. I'm using that. Yeah, you got to wait till it can wipe its butt on its own, and then you can start letting it kind of hang out by itself. So, well, thanks for hanging out with us today, boys. Really appreciate it.